All right, hello everybody, and welcome back to another episode. Bit of a strange start today. It is just myself here. Daniel is outside with the present that was supposed to be here for our 100th episode, but we had a few postal delays, so it is just I. And I've been told to speculate a little bit what I think it is. First of all, I'm very excited to see what this is. I'm actually feeling quite blessed that Dan actually went out and got us something really cute. It kind of reminds me of when I went and got something for Aiden for his birthday, and I got him the 50% Doctor Who podcast logo on a poster. And I think, all right, he's made me speculate. It must have something to do with the show. Like, I reckon it's something to be. It's gonna be like the logo on something. He was sorting out beers, so I reckon it's something. It's got to do something to do with beers, like something. I don't know. I think it's got something to do with beers, Dan. I reckon it does. Because he went to just sort out beer of the week, so I'm interested to see what it is. So we're gonna go wine. Here. All right. Do you want me to look, or do you want me to look?
You keep looking at the
camera. All right. I gotta keep looking at the camera. All right. Okay. I think it's got something to do with beer. Like, it has to.
It does.
Okay.
It really does. You can
All right.
have a look. Okay, so take a look
No
at that
fucking
and
way.
turn it around.
You're
Take
kidding
it.
me. No
Turn
fucking
it
way.
around.
No way. That's so cool.
How cool is that?
That's
right?
sick.
That is just awesome. So I got 4. And I'll also throw up a photo of
That is awesome.
the pint.
No fucking way.
I'm going to throw up photos of the beer of the week later, and I'll add photos of these, but
This is sick.
it
This
is
awesome.
This was what was
awesome.
supposed to be our 100th
Oh my
episode,
god.
like, celebration present
love
and
it.
stuff. And so as you can see, as you would have seen on the photos, it's got like the the crowd. So it's like you drop this king.
That's
And
so
it's
cool.
it says 4 Laugh Pint established 2016, which is when we started the show. So
Cheers, man. Thank you so
well,
much.
yeah, I will. I'll give you a
Is this beer of the week as well?
no. This is just Carlton Dry. So
That is amazing. Thank you so much.
cheers, everyone.
So, you lost? They lost in the
figured that
mail.
yeah,
didn't they?
yeah.
So there are 4 of these out there somewhere.
It's so bizarre.
Some lucky person's also got. That's so cool.
Yeah, it's so random that
That's
so I
perfect,
ordered
man.
these, and I ordered them priority postage, so they would come before the
Right.
show. And then I heard nothing at all. Then I phoned or I emailed the company who did them.
I love it.
By the way, I think it's like a customer. I'll check, and then I'll give them a shout out because they were very great at handling it. But I emailed them and I was like, my package hasn't arrived, and they said a few days later, look,
Wow.
it appears your package was lost in the post, so
That's so cool.
we'll send you another couple for free. So
I love that.
yeah, it was great, but
That's
yeah,
awesome.
it's awesome. So I figured we could take these to
Wow.
Margaret River because you were just saying the other day. Exactly.
Yeah, because we want to do the 12 pints of Christmas. I was like, lads, don't forget to bring pints this time. That makes total sense.
So because we had to, I figured we'll have pint glasses for the trip down south. So that'll be just a
That's
great
so
time.
cool. And it's like a bit like I got my decanter engraved. It's similar to that. That's awesome.
Well, exactly. It's got
That's
the
so
show
cool.
on it. So when we have, and also the reason I got 4 is because I figured if we have guests,
That's so funny.
and if we have people on the show,
love
we
that.
can offer them. Well, do you want a 4 laugh pint?
That's so good.
And that's exactly.
I love that. I think
People who
that's so
come to the
cool.
show, they come for a 4 laugh pint. That's kind
so
of
funny.
I think that's, and then that way we could do, the beer. Oh, actually, we could do the beer in the week in these.
Yeah, why not?
And then if we have a guest, we can do beer of the
not?
week and a 4 laugh pint,
That's fucking awesome. That's so cool.
Very cool.
I do love a good bit of personalized merch.
Yeah,
I think
yeah.
that's sick. This is the kind of stuff you could like eventually sell.
Yeah, exactly. We
Like-
could eventually sell something
Yeah,
like this,
and you're like, with the 4
an
laugh
actual
pint glass.
Yeah, whoa.
That's
You
so
could make
cool.
this your own. It's like, no, I just did this on a website.
Was it an Australian website?
It was, yeah. I wanted to get it from an Australian
That's funny.
an Australian company. So
I love that. That's so cool. Is this some shit you see in
yeah,
like a
so
pub?
yeah,
I love it.
Australian made and everything. So yeah, very happy to have some Australian made customized pint
I
glasses.
can't stop looking at it. My eyes cannot believe what I see. It's so cool. It looks, and I'm so, I'm so picky with logos. You know me. I love
Yes,
that.
yes,
I think
exactly,
that's fucking a great design.
I did agonize quite a bit, and I spoke to Kath about what would be the best. And I think it also
Nailed it.
looks. I think it looks quite good with a pint in as well.
Nah, I think you've nailed that perfectly. I'm not just saying that. Like, really, I think you've really nailed that logo. It looks awesome. And I love how it says established 2016.
Yeah, I love that too. That one I just was my favorite of the, because a lot of them had like open since and all this stuff, and I just thought established 2016 that just has such a nice feel to it.
That's perfect. I love the logo. I really think that's awesome. Wow, that's awesome. That's so cool.
Yeah, I know. And it's like, well,
so
what's
great.
cool is like, the logo is not really, it's not as much of a logo as it is like just something you'd see at a pub. You know what I mean? Everyone's seen.
That's what I love about it. It's
exactly.
dead set. Feels like something you would just see at a pub.
Exactly. And that's just what I love about it. It's got our names on it or not our names, our show name on it. And
that's awesome.
Yeah, exactly. So yeah,
you've got to love
whenever
that.
we have if we ever have guests on, you can look forward to, having a 4.5 pint. So
that's really great. I love that. I do really love that.
Well, I'm glad you enjoy it. Yeah, I was obviously hoping we could have revealed it earlier. So that's just going to have to be the episode 104 surprise.
The only thing that got me is that I never would have guessed it had anything to do with booze, but it was just because the thing that got me was I was like, oh, hang on, he hasn't bought beer of the week in yet. That must be something to do with this.
Right.
And then I'm like, if it's personalized, maybe it's like a personalized like stubby holder or like a bar sign or something. Yeah. I didn't think pint though. So
I know.
You got me there.
I thought this was great because I literally thought that. We need them for Margaret River. They came just in time. It's got our logo. It's our thing. Especially if we do a video like for your series that we are going to be talking about later in the show. Having these in the show, that's great. Like,
I think that's just so funny. I love that. That's really fucking cool.
It is.
That's really cool. That's brilliant. That's awesome.
I did. There was another thing I wanted to get, and I just didn't. I couldn't justify spending like the money on this and that for the show. But at our next milestone, or whenever I next feel like I want to get a really nice thing, there was something else I was looking at, and that is also a really cool thing. That one's not beer related, but.
Right. Was it just like, so it wasn't just a website where you could get like, it was just like anywhere to get.
Oh, no. But it was, it's kind of customized, but it's not beer related. And it's actually from a different website.
Right.
But I think that is something eventually that you'll enjoy as well. But in the meantime, we've got these fantastic plants. So
as a gift to you as well, and to myself, I want to eventually get both posters of the show.
Yeah, I do like that. How you had the
podcast. I want to get both. But I'll grab you one as well when I get around to doing that. The only reason I haven't got it yet is because I've been trying to do my room for ages and just haven't done it. But that's what I want to hang up in my room is the 2 podcast posters. So I think that will look really cool in here.
Yeah.
You might
maybe in that spot,
or you could do something over there. Yeah. Oh yeah, true. Maybe, actually. Yeah. True. Yeah. Anyway, I thought that'd be a nice gift for you as well. Just because, like, even though, like, I just think it's nice to have. It feels like when you look at it, you're like, oh, that's a good thing I've accomplished in life. Like,
absolutely,
we've done this so far. Like, it's been what 4 years? 4 years?
Well, that's some of the
5 years.
What I hope these pints will come to mean to us is we'll see them and it'll we'll look at this and this will be all the memories. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Remember these bloody things that,
Hey, Daniel, remember these? Let's just hope we don't fucking drop them one like pissed.
Yeah. It's like, it's 2070 and we're still working this time, like 10-hour days.
Oh, God, don't say that.
We get home for a pint.
No. No.
We get back for a pint. Bruh. Because our eco-friendly local pub takes their own pint glass. You can bring your own pint glass. We bring
I would bring this to the pub, quite frankly.
Remember these
old bad boys. That's hilarious. I mean, Dan, literally, you broke one of your glasses the other day, didn't you? You brought it around to mine, and you.
Yeah, a glass. Did
you think then, like, oof? What if that was the actual pint glass?
Well, yeah, when I did think that, I was like, whew, sheesh, I hope I don't do that again. Especially because I knew that's all I could think when I was taking these, like picking them up from the post office. I was like, please, none of them be broken.
Yeah, they would have to.
I don't want to drop them or anything.
You have to pack them really solidly with a load of like bubble
That's
wrap
also why I bought the extra postage, because I was like, I don't know if the cheaper one covers breakage or anything like that. So
yeah, no, I think it's great. That's awesome. Let's just you know, take on Mark River and wrap him in our clothes and jumpers and shit.
I know. Yeah. We'll make them. Make sure that they're protected on the way down.
Yeah.
That'll be a great addition to the tour, I think.
And then try not to drop them while we're there. I haven't dropped a pint in ages. I can't remember the last time I dropped a pint. I think the last time I dropped a pint was that night out with you.
I can't remember the last time before just the other week that I did. It's been a long time.
Even that was you like just
and that was
there and knocking it.
Yeah,
like, you didn't full on like drop it.
No, exactly. I wasn't holding it and then dropped it. Yeah,
and the chance of it breaking doing that is it's not as high as you think.
Yeah, it's quite low.
But I think you accidentally hit it again on the way down with your finger trying to grab it, and it made it go quicker and hit the table
and I think
it was like hard wood on the table, so
it was mostly empty anyway. So it was like
I was like, hell, I felt so sorry. I was like, shit, is that like a sentimental? Like whenever I drop a sentimental mug, I'm like, I'm heartbroken.
Thankfully, those glasses are kind of. They have no sentiment. Well, I guess they kind of do, but
well, like free.
Basically, just my mate who works at Bolo one time gave me. I think they had extra,
hey, Dan, I bought these, buddy.
Yeah, it was something like that. And
thanks, bro.
And I was kind of like, oh, sure, okay. And so it was a nice gift, but it was didn't really mean anything to me. I think it's from some football league in, I don't know.
The Euros, mate. The Euros.
Who the hell knows?
Apparently, England are in the Euros. Did you hear about that?
But these
don't know what that even means, to be fair.
These are supreme, I must say. These are doesn't get better than this.
Yeah, man, that's awesome. I love it.
You drink this, King.
You drop this, King.
It's a great. It's such a cool like logo, and
I love it.
It kind of looks like a crown, but it's also almost like bowling pins.
You drop this, King.
This is how I win.
Yeah, that's great.
Pal King.
But we do have more lined up for you today, folks. I think today is a bit of a cruisy show. We're just going to see how we go. I mean, do you have a lot to bring to the show today, Conor? Or
did you see this YouTube boxing match thing?
Oh, the YouTube versus TikTok.
Yeah, TikTokers.
Did they do it? They fought.
Yeah, it was on.
Wow, I didn't see this.
Yeah, it was probably early hours of Sunday morning.
Oh, okay. Holy moly.
I'm pretty sure.
Well, why don't you tell us about it?
I think there were 6 fights, and I'm pretty sure every YouTube won every fight but one, and the one that was lost was from Deji, who's KSI's brother. So he lost again. No. So he versed Jake. He was the undercard for Jake, and
that's right, and he lost
for the first KSI versus Logan Paul fight, and he lost to Jake. That was Jake's first fight. One was
Jake's
a tie,
first
though.
win was against Deji, famously.
Yeah, the 2 people that I knew were fighting was Anisong Gibb and Deji, and Deji lost and Anisong Gibb drew, and apparently it was ridiculous that they drew. Apparently Anisong Gibb won by far, but apparently I don't know, man. I don't know boxing.
It as a tie
I can't come out here and go disgusting that you did that. I don't know. But Deji's decided to take a break from YouTube, which I think is the best for him. I don't know, like, look, with peace and love, I don't know what it's like to get into the ring. I'm awful at getting fit, but every time he's come out to do a fitness, like a weigh-in, he's always looked, it's going to sound really bad, but he's always looked a bit out of shape. Doesn't really look like he's ready to fight.
You're talking about Jake?
Deji.
Right, yeah.
Like, this time round as well, he didn't really
Maybe
seem
just
like...
do it as a bit
and that's coming from someone who also has fupa.
So,
like,
do you think he's just not really taking it very seriously?
Nah, he was really shattered about it. He tweeted out yesterday saying like, I failed you all. Even fucking Ethan replied to him and said,
"Jeez, what did Ethan say?"
He was like, "Nah, man, I think you put on a really good show." Like, KSI replied to him.
A boxing match is not easy to win. I mean, it's a serious sport, and. With peace and love to Deji, I mean, TikTokers are usually younger, so.
Yeah, look, I think it's great that he went back into it, but I think that, I think again, he just didn't, I don't know, like, I just don't know if he put as much time into it as he should have, which I think.
Sorry, this is for the main card.
Evidently.
So Deji was in the undercard.
Showed, yeah. Unfortunately. Right. Do you know, I watched a video today and it was like. Undercard. For Darryl Riley, who's KSI's trainer, I think former trainer, who trained him for all his fights, the Joe Weller fight and the 2 Logan ones, he came out on a podcast, and to be fair, the guy's like, he's a lovely person, like, but he did say respectfully, he was like, KSI took offense to something I said, but pretty much he said, pretty much what Mitchell was saying the other night, he was like, if KSI goes into a ring with Jake right now, he wouldn't win because KSI hasn't been in the ring since November 2019, and Jake's been fighting left, right, and center. He's like,
well, exactly. Yeah, that's right. That's
what he says. He's like, and I'm not a yes man to JJ, and I'm going to be honest, like Jake would win, so we need to start working on that now, pretty much.
So here was a lineup. Here's a list of lineup. Austin McBroom versus Bryce Hall.
I know Bryce Hall, but not.
I know Bryce Hall from name, but I can't think of like a
Bryce Hall. That bloke who
the hell is Bryce Hall?
Isn't that the one that Ethan always memes on?
I'm just. All these people come up. It's like TikTokers, and I'm like, who the fuck is this? How are they so popular? And I have no idea who they are.
Yeah, I know. Oh yeah, Bryce was the bloke that KSI kind of wants to fight.
This guy.
Oh, for God's sake! All these fights
is Bryce Hall on the right of the screen. This young man.
Internet personality.
Jesus Christ!
I hate when people say that.
He's a boxer. Wikipedia. So get it correct,
guy. Come on,
fucking hell.
Pay some respect to Bryce Hall.
Then we had
Eson Gibb. Yeah, that's Gibb.
Eson Gibb.
Yep.
Is that how you say it?
Mm-hmm.
Look at me. I'm exotic.
Yeah, he's a British YouTuber.
Versus Taylor Holder.
I don't know who that is.
Who is that? And are these all is it guy v guys, or are there any girls like fighting?
No, there wasn't actually.
Interesting. So wait, who am I searching? Taylor Holder. Because these people just confuse me. Like,
yeah, I don't really know a lot of TikTokers, and there was a lot. The only YouTubers I knew in there was like.
Okay, let's show you who Taylor Holder is. Is Taylor Holder the TikToker in this instance?
I think on that list you've got there.
Oh wow, look at this guy. I wouldn't even click on a single photo because you guys will just see.
Some of these people are so cringe, it's so hard to tell if they are TikTokers or YouTubers.
I'm gonna cover the ass with our face just there. So this guy is
look at that.
He's single, by the way. Oh, him and Bryce Hall did a video together. So
did they?
Yeah, look at that. Bryce Hall and Taylor Holder. Single.
Well,
how scandalous.
If you go back to that page you're on and you can show the audience there, that's
I'll just check.
I'm 9% sure.
This page?
Yeah, so I'm 9% sure the people on the left side are all the YouTubers and the right are all the TikTokers. So.
Okay, I see. So we had Eson Gibbs versus Taylor Holder. Yeah, Deji versus so who's Vinny Hacker? Do you know who that is?
I don't know the fuck these
Some TikToker. Like, these guys, all the TikTokers, I'm not gonna know.
FaZe Jarvis. He's the guy who cried.
Yeah, FaZe Jarvis.
I think he was cheating on Fortnite and then he got banned forever. Remember that drama last year? And he cried on the video.
You think someone whose name is Jarvis would be a bit better at not getting caught, you know?
I think Jarvis, yeah, that's what I thought. Hey, and then FaZe.
Who's DDG? Do you know who DDG is? Or?
No, man, I thought I'm getting old.
Nate Wyatt. Yeah, who the fuck are all these people?
Dude, I'm so old now. Like,
I don't even know any of these names either. I guess this is boxing. But
Ray William Johnson versus
yeah, exactly.
Toby Turner,
fucking Hank Green, and yeah, exactly.
Toby Turner and Ray William Johnson in the ring.
Oh hell yeah!
YouTuber versus TikToker because Ray's now a fucking TikToker.
Is he? Or I thought he was a YouTube shorter.
Oh, who fucking knows? Hey?
Ray. Well, we know one thing. Ray is shorter.
Yeah, yeah. Toby's got the reach. No, every post I see of Ray on Instagram is it's just a re-upload of a TikTok, and I'm like, what? And it's always so cringy. Like,
get Bo Burnham in the ring. You know, he's a YouTuber technically. So
yeah, I know.
Billy D and Ethan Klein facing up.
Wasn't that gonna happen at one point?
Trisha should go against. What was that old like boxy? You know, remember that like skinny Trisha Paytas versus Eugenia Cunha.
Who's that? Who's Gabby Hanna versus Trisha Paytas?
Gabby Hanna versus Trisha Paytas. Justine should go against Trisha. You know, let's get some OG. Fred, let's get Fred in on a fight. You know what I mean?
Fuck. ERB versus
Fred versus iCarly in the ring.
Dude, man, these OG YouTubers, like people like Toby Turner and stuff, like there's only a few I can think of, like Jack and like Max and Philip.
So Tony would be like, you know, if you verse me, you're going to be seeing redness, darkness, whiteness, right? Like
that for fuck's sake. Yes, technically.
what is it? Redness, darkness, whiteness.
Redness. It's intro darkness, redness, and whiteness.
Intro darkness,
and redness. Is that Ryan Johnson?
Ryan Johnston.
Wow.
Obviously,
he took a break from making Knives Out 2 to fight
Kale Siraj.
Was that really worth it, Ryan?
I didn't really realize he was a you know, such an interesting fighter. You know? I didn't realize he was a YouTuber.
He's an online influencer.
Wow.
You can't call him a YouTuber.
So Ryan, when's your next project out? You know, is it a YouTube video? It's a feature film.
It's a. I've taken a break from filmmaking a box. A TikToker, dude. Like the whole event was like fucking. They had like the cringiest host. It was like Keemstar and FouseyTube. Like,
wait, what?
I know it was like so. I could barely.
Who hosted this? What was the
Social Gloves? I think.
Oh god,
who the fuck that is?
Keemstar, really?
Yeah, I know.
Jesus, FouseyTube is Fousey. I thought he was like.
Cancelled.
I thought he was. I thought he was committed into like an asylum or something.
Dude, he did. I think.
Jesus.
Yeah.
I thought he was put away. I didn't realize he was.
He like had a charity.
Gigs.
Yeah, apparently. Well, I don't know, man.
Wow.
But it was like it was so. It's like they're the worst people to pick.
Keemstar. Why would you get Keemstar? Why would you ever think to introduce Keemstar to the children? You know, if that's what you're getting with TikTok, that's just.
I just think these people are in a place in their career where they can just not do anything wrong. Like, unless it's something like
who are you talking about? Keem?
Everything he's done, and they're just like, yeah, of course we'll. Have him
I was going to say everyone in that room, but actually, the TikTokers are probably the most vulnerable to get cancelled. You know, Vinny Hacker better watch out because there'll be TikToks being like, Vinny Hacker fought Deji. Deji is KSI's brother. KSI fought Logan Paul.
It all connects. It's just so like
Logan Paul is connected to Jeffrey Epstein. You know, there'll be a whole link.
All the commentators like talking over each other, and it just I watched some shitty fucking rip like after I found out. Oh, can I admit that?
Of course you can. Triller's not going to come out to you. Don't worry.
Is it even a minute you can get sued?
What do you mean? Yeah. I think you can only get sued if you've rebroadcast it, not if you watched it.
Oh yeah. Okay, I'm fine then. I'm sorry. It was like. I considered.
But did you screenshot it?
No.
Did you?
I considered. I don't know
then
why.
What did you send me at 4:04 today?
I was like, if it's like $20, I might get it, and then in the morning wake up and then just watch the Gib fight and Deji, and because I like to support YouTubers.
Yeah,
but it was like $60. And I was like, no way.
For the fight, yeah, I saw somewhere it said
Ridiculous.
$50 US, I think. So
that's fucked.
That's the crazy thing with these fights. I am so surprised at how expensive they are.
It's so expensive.
I'm like, do you guys know what sort of market you're competing in? Most people who have like Patreons and all this stuff, if you're going to go into like influencers doing the subscription thing, they're not paying more than like $15 a month, you know? Nah. And you're going to ask someone to pay one off $50? There's something off about that business plan, man. Yeah. Ticket to the event, if it's literally just a live stream, it should be like $5 and it should be on YouTube. You should be able to tune in.
Oh, I miss it being on YouTube. I paid like $15 to watch the Logan Paul. Like it was the second
Exactly.
one.
That's reasonable. If it's on YouTube, it's streaming there.
I know when they were
totally
fucking free, man. I watched the
I know the original
one with Joe Weller and KSI was free.
You know what else? That one was like one of the highest performing live streams ever.
Yep.
And the reason is because if you do these events in a way that's accessible, you'll get people watching.
SNL.
But if you put all these paywalls, it's going to be SNL live broadcast the Elon Musk episode globally to everyone. I watched it live.
That's pretty cool.
That's pretty cool. The second it was done, they took it off any geographic location. So, cool. SNL more than anyone is, gets their thing about not being rebroadcast. But they realized when you have something like that, go live, give it to people for free. The publicity will be fantastic.
Yeah. Yeah. Look, I agree. I'm all for live streams. We live streamed the other day, actually, didn't we?
What on?
That was a bad idea.
The 50 Doctor Who.
I don't know why I did that.
Instagram.
Yeah, I didn't do anything wrong for once. But
thank God.
But Mitch is clearly not used to performing because he.
I don't know if it was not used to performing.
He like.
I think it's just being. Well, I guess performing. If you're talking about being conscious of all the things that we have to be conscious of when we're recording.
Look. As much as like. I know it's shitty to be like, oh, Dan, edit that out if I say something here. But at least I know if worst comes to worst, we can take something out.
Yes, and I
was very cautious with doing a live show.
All the times recently when Conor has asked me to edit stuff out, I know I bitch and moan about it. No, I'm not saying it's happened a lot recently. It's happened like maybe twice in the last month or two. But what I'm saying is, every time that has happened, it's edited out fine. So I just wanted to say, I'm not actually pissed off. I just do it.
Thank you. Well, I did one. It was like, I think it was like 27 minutes. I did it after the show.
This isn't going to be a Trisha Paytas.
And I've got dirty secrets about that. It was after the recording of our season 5 final. It was on Thursday, just gone, and it was really fun. Like, it was so fun. Aiden came on for about 15 minutes, and I had 15 minutes on my own.
I've forever said that I want to take this show live.
I think it was something really cool about it.
I think I've mentioned that I recently upgraded my internet, so that is something that I'm kind of looking at. Like, is there a possibility we could take this show live? Or
me and my standard internet.
Yeah, exactly. So that's the thing. I mean, it'll be interesting. I think it's a great thing to play out with. Yeah. The great thing about live is you go live, you post it, it's done. Like there are all these cool things about it's interactive.
Yeah, that's the coolest thing about it. People are like interacting with me live and stuff.
Yeah, I think it'd be really fun thing to try.
That's where I got a bit funny because we were at the pub.
But I told you this because I thought you guys were live with your show. I didn't realize. It was like an after show.
That one went fine, and in the morning I even rewatched it because I had like a 6-pack, but
I'm just saying. So that one was an after show. That wasn't you weren't broadcasting the actual show. Is that something you guys think you'd do, or?
I don't know. Maybe.
Do you think you'd ever, like, now that you've posted a video episode? I know I asked you off camera, but sorry, you can get to the Mitch event, but I'm just curious about the 50 Doctor show. You guys just recently did an episode in this studio with me as a guest.
Yeah,
there was a video element to the episode where you guys normally just do audio only episodes. No! What do people think? What response did you get? And are you guys going to think about doing that? Are you going to do more lives? Is it going to be the episode? Is it going to be an after show? Tell me about that.
I think definitely there's going to be a lot of new stuff coming because we're going to start season 6. We're going to start reviewing it. We got Christmas Carol, which is a Christmas special, and then we got season 6 coming up. And I think that season's going to be very experimental for the both of us.
Yeah.
I think we're going to do, I would like to do one recorded episode a season where we all get together. It'd probably be,
I think that's a nice idea.
Probably your episodes we can record here.
Yeah, I think that's a nice idea. I think that's always a good excuse to have a nice crossover.
Yeah, I think that's nice. I think we should do that. And then we're having Dylan on for Curse of the Black Spots. We're having him on, and I want to get people on.
Okay, nice.
But I want to do a live show a week for the 50% show. And I've already confirmed with Dylan and Vinny in the UK, I want to get them on and do what Aiden did and share a stream with them. And then we can talk.
Yes, yeah.
So I want to do it with you as well, actually. Yeah,
well, I was going to say, if we do our show live, if I can figure out how to get our show, the For a Laugh show live, we can always give people priority access for the first few weeks so they can test it out. And we'll be like, tell us if there's any problems, if there's any issues. And it's only broadcasting to those people. And then you workshop it and you figure it out.
So to answer your question, I think it's going to be a very experimental
I think it's a great thing to play out with.
Yeah.
I want to talk about this later in the show, but I want to let you finish. I'm going to be starting doing more live work soon, and I'll get into that later. But it's a format that really interests me. And I love the idea of being able to do it with this setup, with the studio. I think I'm going to be incorporating the road into my new job, and I'll explain that more later. But I mean, I think it's a really cool thing for you guys to do.
Yeah, something really cool about it, and I would like to grow. I also not that I think I've done necessarily a bad job with the socials so far, but I definitely want to be better with the social, as per usual with everything. Like, I've never been good at that, and I want to do better at that. At the moment, I'm just posting once a week, which is pretty much the new episode, and then I posted the story a couple of times. So I want to get better at that. And that way I can get more people to like the page, which means I get more people to tune into the live streams, which means more people, more interactions.
Growth. And then eventually
so yeah, pretty much, And then but if I can get people on as well and just do some live shows, be really cool. But I also want to dive into the 50% side of it. I do want to kind of talk about some other stuff as well on the live streams and all that shit. I don't know. Yeah, but lot to do, a lot to say. I think as much as season 6 was a very experimental time for the show for Doctor Who, I think that's going to be a very experimental time for
your show as well.
For our show as well. Yeah, especially since I think people were less engaged with our last season. There was a bit of a disengagement from Tennant to Smith, which I think we noticed.
Yeah, okay.
Which was something I expected. Which is why I think as long as you're not being sexist, that's why I don't get when people say you're not allowed to not like Jodie's doctor, because it's like, people just don't like doctors. Like,
sometimes they don't like David, they don't like Matt.
And I know a few people
it'll be with Capaldi as well.
Yeah,
the same thing.
Like, one of the people who tunes in the show, and he's very supportive, by the way, bless him, but he was like, he's not my favorite doctor, so it's harder to get more engaged into the reviews because I don't necessarily like those episodes. By the way, that's completely fine as long as you're not being a dick about it, which no one has.
I think it also, obviously this is more of a generalization, but it comes from different parts of the fan base. So like, obviously there's a big female fan base that might be a big fan of David and might also be a big fan of Matt, but not really love the Capaldi or Eccleston series because, and you know what, maybe there is like a little bit of ageism in that. And then there is definitely a little bit of sexism within the male fan base when they don't like Jodie for reasons that are,
of course,
a little bit overblown. But yeah, I think that
you're allowed to not like doctors.
The truth is that everyone has different favorites, and every group is gonna, for whatever reason, they're gonna find a reason to prefer this to that, and you can put the
reason I don't,
ageism or sexism onto it, and sometimes that's fair. Sometimes it totally is there, but a lot of the time it's just people just have different favorites with their doctor.
Yeah, that's the reason why I think I don't hate Jodie's doctor. I don't think she's terrible.
By the way, I don't even fully agree with, because I do prefer some doctors to others, but I still always try to give the show the benefit of the doubt. Like, look, it's the same show. I love the show. You can't just take it with whoever's the doctor at the moment. You got to stick with it. If you're a fan of the show, you got to give it a go.
Yeah.
Even if there's not exactly the same head writer, they're not the same lead cast. You can criticize it, absolutely, but give it a go at least.
Yeah, totally. Yeah. I just think I don't have that personal connection to Jodie's doctor, and that can be for a whole manner of reasons. I think as well, I'm also getting older, like.
It's also like, I don't know if it's that you're not necessarily getting, like you said, from Jodie's doctor, but it also could just be that things that you watched before, just because of your age, you were more open for that to like really stick with you. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Whereas now that you're older, you've formed a lot of your opinions and a lot of your beliefs.
Yeah.
You're not really taking those like life cues from TV shows as much as you used to. Because shows like Master of None that you watched when you were in your late teens, where you were actually forming your
that had a big impact on me.
Relationship with dating, and BoJack Horseman when you were forming your adult understanding of mental health.
When I was very depressed.
Yeah, no, but exactly, and these things mean something to you. At certain times of your life, when you're in a time of your life when you've developed a lot of your understanding of a lot of these concepts and feelings and emotions. You're not going to necessarily connect as much. So
yeah, no, I get that.
It's understandable for anyone to be more or less attached to any period of a TV show or anything like that.
Yeah, no, I'm excited to see. Regeneration is probably on the cards soon, so I'm interested to see if and who is the new Doctor. Quite frankly, I think it'd be really cool.
I know we've veered into this, and we can get to Mitch if you want, but just another
Mitch's
question
story.
before we get to Mitch.
Yeah.
I just wanted to ask: are you guys? Do you have a plan for when the show comes back? Are you going to
we're going to
stop doing...
No, I think the plan is
I'm not saying stop forever, but like put it on pause during the older series.
I think we're going to do one. I'm going to do 2 a week. So one's going to be the new episode and one's going to be just the old episodes, which I think could be good because it can also give people who are engaged with the channel, could be like, oh, they also do this.
Yeah, I see.
So but that time's going to be really messy because it airs in the UK on Sunday now. It means we get it Monday, which means I go to work, and so does Aiden. So it's gonna be difficult, and I get back at times from work at different times, different days. So I might have to wake up early in the morning and watch it, and then go to work.
Yeah.
That way, when I come home from work, I'm ready to review it. There's none of this like Aiden texts me saying I'm ready to review now, and I said, oh, I haven't even watched the episode yet. Let me wait another hour and a bit.
And I assume too, once you guys have caught up with the series. You could just...
might be a dark day, but it's coming.
But once you've caught up with the series, you guys can just become a Doctor Who conversational show.
That's the plan.
And you know what? Yeah. Maybe once you finish the series, you can go through stuff like the spin-offs. But even once you get through
the spin-offs I'm really excited for.
You could even do you could do classics. You could do them by serials.
Yeah, there's a lot to talk about,
there's
and you got to
stuff you
remember
could
it's only one a week. It's one episode a week. Like I'm sure.
And
we
you
can
could also
bring something
as you
together.
get into stuff like if you ever want to do like the classics, which might not be as much for like clickbait and stuff, you can always make the show. Okay, the first half we talk about current Doctor Who news and stuff, and in the last half or the last half an hour we review a classic thing or something.
We can look. Aiden, Lord knows if you watch the show, Lord knows Aiden and I can rattle on like old women. So I think we're going to be okay. I won't lie to you. I am worried that.
Good way to put it.
Yeah, I am worried about what happens when we run out of episodes to review. Like, I won't lie to you. I think anyone who watches the show knows that. But there are 4 seasons of Torchwood, 5 of Sarah Jane. There's fucking Class. There's the K9 series. There's like, and Doctor Who's a show that we're very lucky enough to get. Like, I know COVID kind of fucked things up, but we get it every like year normally. We used to. I'm sure when COVID's
that's
out
right.
of the way,
That's right.
like,
It'll be a pretty regular thing.
Yeah, there's always news.
I'm
and
sure.
topics and stuff.
I'm also
like
sure
classics.
that once COVID is over, people are gonna. TV is gonna be in high demand, especially TV like Doctor Who. That's like long-lasting TV that people are sentimental about. That shit's gonna come back in a big way. So.
And I think a great thing to do when we first finish reviewing them all is to be like, okay, now we've done them all. What were your top fucking 5 episodes?
You know what?
Best and worst.
Yeah,
like, do one best video. Do one worst.
You could do that.
There's so many to do.
You could always do like, you could do like remix episodes where you say, okay, we generated a random number between 1 and 100, talking about, the first 100 episodes of the New Who or whatever, 1 and however many episodes there are, 135, I don't know. And we spun the bottle and whatever numbers came up, we watched that episode and we reviewed it. You know what I mean? You could always do fun shit like that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you have much else to say on this topic or?
No. Just that Mitchell, the thing I was going to say about Mitchell
people should watch the 50% Doctor Who podcast. So
apart from that, the thing that Mitchell, are you going to do Beer of the Week now?
Do you want to do them? I was thinking we could do Beer of the Week and then we could tell the Mitchell story. Is that cool?
That's fine. I just need to go to the toilet real quickly. So
go ahead. I'll pour the Beer of the Week. I will introduce this topic. So, hello, folks at home. This week we're doing the Beer of the Week. Connor has not seen this Beer of the Week. And I don't have photos of it quite yet, so I'm going to have to take those and overlay them on. I've reminded myself, so I am going to get it done. But this week's Beer of the Week, I'm very excited to show you, and I'm excited for Connor to see it because I believe it's okay, where is it brewed? Product of Australia, Victoria. It's brewed in Victoria. There's very, very little information on the can, which I actually like. I like a very bare aesthetic. I'll show the camera now and see if you guys can get a view. I don't have great vision without my glasses, so I can't really see if that's, if you guys are getting a good picture there. But I'll explain the beer when Connor comes in because I don't want to spoil what it is or what it looks like. I'm just trying to give a vague explanation now to stall while he's on the toilet. It is an independent, same thing, certified independent. I believe we had that on the last week's one. And we value that. I think that both Connor and I, these pint glasses that we have, which we're now going to be able to drink Beer of the Week in, these were Australian made. Oh, excuse me. These are Australian made. And I think, we take pride in that. Okay, we can get some local beers. We can support some local brewers. It says it's an NIPA, so it's a New England IPA. It's made with water, malt, wheat, oats, hops, and yeast. So, get ready for that. I know you guys aren't going to be tasting it, but, hopefully you go and buy it. That's the point of this segment, and then someone sponsors us to get the beers on. Guys, we're trying to run a business here as much as we're trying to do a show. This beer is made by, okay, I'm going to hide it because Connor's back, and I'll show it to you when you're ready. This beer is made by Old Wives Ales. So check them out. They're a brewer. And this is an IPA, so an India Pale Ale. Specifically, it's a New England IPA. And the name of it is, as we can show on camera here, which
Oh, sorry, I went this one. Sorry.
Thank you, Dan.
The name of it is, exactly.
This is a classic
Old
joke.
Man Yells at Cloud.
This is a classic joke. Oh, God, that's brilliant. That's so cool.
So Old Man Yells at Cloud. It's an India Pale Ale.
I love
It's
it.
1.9 standard, so it's pretty strong as always. You know,
These
we
are
like
so
our
cool.
craft beers.
I always
isn't
feel
it
like I
great?
want to keep a can.
You know, now-
to like show in my room.
You know, we're quite friend. Oh yeah, by the way, I can. Some of these I haven't thrown out yet, so I could leave you the beer of the week cans if you want. You know,
That's when I'm such a twat though. I will never open them.
Yeah,
you know
exactly.
me. You
You'll
know
be a
me,
twat
I'll
with
never
it, yeah.
open them. Yeah, but
no, I'm saying I
appreciate
could
it.
leave you the empty ones is more what I mean. But
I know, but thank you. Nah, I get it. No, there's nothing stopping me going and getting them myself though and keeping it. That's awesome. I always
it's
want the
great. I mean, when
copyright wise, like
I know, isn't that funny? You look at something like this, and it's clearly the Simpsons font.
things like this joke is quite absurd. Like a standard, I feel like a standard Simpsons fan wouldn't even get this joke.
It would be
like-
very hard to say that, oh, you're only selling this because they're a fan
Yeah.
of The Simpsons. It's like, no, they obviously only a beer drinker would get this. You know, they're not looking at this, and you're not copywriting anything from The Simpsons necessarily.
Like, yeah,
you know?
I think only a really big fan of The Simpsons would understand that joke because it's quite an old, it's quite an old joke. And
Yeah, that's the other thing.
Like,
Like,
yeah.
by now it is quite old.
yeah, I don't think the average like person who just enjoys watching the show would get the old man yells at clouds newspaper.
But I tell you
clipping.
what, it was
of
nice.
that.
So I actually picked this one. So when I went to the Bottle this time, because we now have a bit of a deal there.
That's pretty sick, by
A
the
bit
way.
of a.
Thank you so much for that. by the way.
It's not
Thank you,
it's not
Dan.
a official sponsorship, but once again, we just want to mention them. The Thirsty Camel. Thirsty Camel is where we acquire these drinks. So if you want any of your drink needs filled in Australia, you know, Australian owned, Thirsty Camel. Give that a go. But
Yeehaw.
when I was there today, I was telling the guy, I was like, you know, we're here for the show. You know, we thought you guys could help us recommend. That's the deal. You know,
Yes.
they know our deal. They know that we do the beer of the week, so they try to curate the best drinks every week and make sure that you know you guys get the best experience. We get the best drinking experience, and it's all a good, you know, agreement. So. Basically, I picked out these. I saw these because they were kind of obscure, and I was like, "That's great." But he picked out 2 others for the next 2 weeks. So we do.
They're always
have,
IPAs as well, which we're quite.
I know it.
We're always quite.
Well, I thought we could have these in the.
Oh yeah, of course.
You know, I thought that would be a
course.
nice. Well, I hope. That's fine.
Look at that.
That is interesting.
Tell me what
I've
my,
definitely got some a lot more head than you.
Oh my god, Dan.
Whoops.
Man needs to learn how to pour a pint.
Isn't that so cool? For a laugh pint. Okay, I'm definitely gonna have
Fell off sideways, you landed on the darn cement.
Yeah, I think that's interesting. Do I have a beard stash or
No, it's more just wet.
went on my okay.
Actually, you know what? I prefer that to the last couple we've had.
Yeah, you know what? I actually
It's a lot easier on the chest.
I've
I
really
think.
become accustomed to a good IPA, especially like a good New England IPA. You know, we do, unfortunately, not unfortunately, but we've gone enough to one of our local pubs that sort of does a lot of IPAs. I think to become accustomed to it. Would you say? I mean,
Yeah, but I feel like, look, when we go there, I think, you know, we do like to just support.
Is this the Swinging Pig?
Swinging
that
Pig, yeah. I think we more go just to support the local, which, by the way, it doesn't need our support. They make fucking millions.
Yeah, they make fuck
We
loads
like
of
to
money.
say, as I'm leaving the house, like, yeah, I support.
Yeah,
local,
yeah. Well, you
so-
know what? We like our local folks, and you know,
Yeah.
we help them out. But anyway,
Yeah.
we've become quite accustomed, I think, to IPAs, and
I'm definitely
I
getting
would
more
say
used
this is
to
an
them.
interesting IPA.
I
And
like
you know
this,
what? I will
actually.
say, you know what? I've got a lot of you know, the artwork won me over a lot.
I like
Do you
that.
know what I
actually. I can look. None of these like they're all really good, and I always feel bad because like I don't really like IPA, so I would never really go out of my way.
Although
to
you
get all
fucked
of
with
them,
the
but
ginger beer one, that was a
That's not really an IPA though. But I do.
no, it's not an IPA. I'm just saying, you know, the
But
ones
I've,
that
I've
come
personally
through.
gone out my way twice and got on the ginger joke.
Yeah, those are an interesting one. Yeah, look, I think IPAs
That's not bad. I kind of
IPAs
like that.
are quite a distinct taste. So I would say, as someone who doesn't regularly buy IPAs, that I think it's nice.
Hit him with the high.
You know, if you're a you know solid IPA drinker, I don't know what to tell you. I mean, in terms of the taste, like
I like it.
it's pretty balanced. I mean, it's not
probably
too
my favorite
heavy.
IPA we've had.
I'd say it's not too heavy one way or the other. Like it's really not too fruity, but it's not too heavy. It's not too hoppy. It's right.
India Pale.
Yeah, it's a good, I mean, I like it. I think
I like that.
as you can see, it is lighter and it tastes lighter. Like it's really nice.
I just like supporting local businesses, to be quite frank.
You know what?
So, yeah.
I do got to say, I got to give it a lot of props.
What
a
the
good
hell
piece
do you
of
have to
artwork.
lose, right?
When you get to beer, which is something that people are going to drink, you know what I mean? What are you going to do to sell people on that beer?
What the hell do you have
They've
to
got
lose,
a lot
right?
of points with me on this artwork because
How can I love a good Simpsons joke?
yeah, it's a good, and you know what? It's good artwork too. Like it really blends in nicely with the can. You've got the aluminium frame, and then the blue really blends nicely. So
I like it a lot.
I think it's a great design. And what's great is the yellow skin, and this is obviously the beauty of the Simpsons in its original form. It's like that's why they made them yellow.
That's why they made them yellow.
Because
So when
it,
you flick
it catches your
TV,
attention.
Yeah, and it really does though.
Well, that's what
When
drew
I'm going
me.
through terrestrial,
That's
which
what
is
drew
very
me.
rare, but
Yeah, that's what drew me to this can. Was I saw like, oh wait a minute, that's a Simpson hand. 4-fingered yellow hand. It's iconic.
That's
so
why it's yellow. They're kind of all like that. To be fair,
we're drinking Grandpa.
it's kind of what your piss looks like in the morning when you've woken up from a big night, which is kind of gross. But
What the
Old
hell
Man
do you
Yells
have
a
to
Cloud,
lose, right?
Old Wives Ales, give it a go.
I like that.
I think that's
probably
a
my
really,
favorite IPA we've tried. I like that one a lot.
Yeah, I thought that was a great downer. I love
Ginger
that.
Joe's still my favorite. That's because it's not an IPA. Because I'm not a huge fan of IPAs. But yeah, I think that's actually good.
we respect everyone who comes through here. Obviously, we have our own tastes. So we're
Problem
not
is,
gonna-
I always feel so bad. Like,
but if you are into IPAs, I think give this a go. I
feel so
Australian
bad.
made.
It's like why am I criticizing them when I don't even like IPAs? It's like I feel so bad. Like I wouldn't know what a good one is.
No, well, I think it's more. It comes across our desk. We're giving it a go. We're giving it a bit of a boost. We're saying,
I like.
you know what, folks, give this a look. Have a look at it. See if you want to try it. I mean, we might not like it every time. Sometimes a beer that might come up and it'll be a dud for us, but we can always say, you know what, if you're into IPAs or, maybe if we get a really dark chocolate stout or some shit.
Daniel, I can really only think of one way to answer this.
Oh, plumbing, like salt. Something like that.
They might not all be a hit, you know what I mean? But I think it's nice for us to get a bit of variety on the show.
I like that because it doesn't hit too hard.
I think also if we can mask drinking every episode with there's a fun reason for it, then people won't be like, why are they
I think it's a
drinking
great
every
idea. And
episode?
it supports local, which I think is really good.
That's damn right. That's what we're all for.
I don't mind, but quickly, I went to Mexican last night, our local Mexican.
Oh yeah.
I don't know why I don't go there more.
It's a lovely place.
It's really nice. Like, the
really
food's
is.
really nice there.
They've got the can we say they've got the Trump lager, the Trump beer.
That's what I got. I got a pint. I drove. Well, yeah, I drove. I mean, I went with Kim, but
you got dinner there. It's a nice place for
it's really nice
eating,
cute
and it's got
place to
a
take
nice
a girl,
bit
I
of
think.
drinks and all that. Yeah, it's
I mean, again, I try not to drink when I don't have to. So I was like, I'll have a beer. I'll have a beer.
I'll have a Trump, thanks.
Yeah, I'll have a Trump beer because it's like a Mexican restaurant. There's like Donald Trump, like they're making fun of him by the way.
Yeah, it's not pro Trump. Yeah, it's
you literally go to the toilets and you can hear Donald Trump talking. It's just all his like meme moments.
It's kind of. Hilarious. I mean, I'm pretty sure the couple who owns it is white, so I think it's like I don't think they hate Trump, but I think they're just making fun of the fact that like
it's really
Mexicans and Trump obviously don't have a very good relationship.
No, like it's like you walk in there, it's so wacky and it's like got a great atmosphere.
It is very quirky.
But
yeah, I will say. Yeah,
it's like, but the food there is really nice. To be fair though, before we move on to our last two things, if there's anything more, so I actually got a video, so I don't know why I said that. But anyway, the thing is though, I went to order and I ordered this burrito bowl thing, and I said there's mild, hot, and atomic, and Kim hates heat, so she got mild. But I said to the waitress, I'm like, I love my heat. I see here it says hot. And for some reason, we have this bar called Varsity, and they have these they have the hot wings, and they have their version of Atomic, which is like ridiculously hot. It's like,
oh yes,
to the extent where it's just like they've put.
It is crazy.
It's to like you order some wings and you all try one, your mouth burns for about
and you'll go
10 minutes. So I was thinking, is that what they're going
drink
for?
More and you buy more drinks. That's the
that's the thing. I was like, are they going for this? So I was trying to say it. I was like, but I think she based. With peace and love, I'm not trying to say she did this the wrong way, but I was like, I really love my heat, but I don't know if I should get hot or atomic. I was like, should I get atomic? And like, she was like,
you weren't
she's
sure.
like, don't. don't do it. Don't do it. And I was like, all right, I'll get hot. And the next time I come back, because we should go one time, by the way, and get drunk. But
it's funny because me and a few friends went to a Japanese place and the same thing happened. The chef was like, how hot do you want it? He was like, what's the hottest you do? And he was like, it's so hot. Be careful.
But you don't know.
But you don't know because when he had it, he was like, this was really nice. And I had some and like, it wasn't that hot. Like it was really,
I'm going to get definitely that's the thing I got it and it was like, I was like, shit, I really, because I hadn't eaten all day. Should have gone a step up, I hadn't eaten all day and I was like so hungry and I love my fucking spice.
See, the thing is, I think some people who aren't used to spice or don't love spice, they don't ever taste the taste of it, so they don't appreciate the taste of it. Whereas like some spicy things can be really tasty.
Yeah, they can.
But if someone who is not used to spice has it, they'll be like, oh no, it's just too spicy.
I think it's crazy. It's in like quite a white neighborhood as well, so I think a lot of people who go there are like,
not many people are there for that.
Oh no, not that. Like,
no, exactly.
I didn't come to a Mexican restaurant to feel heat.
Yeah. Excuse me, I came here to relax.
I'm so gonna get it next time though. Like, I remember getting it one time. Now I think back on it, like after I left, I was like, "Fuck, I did get it once," and it was like it was the right level.
They
of heat,
probably say that a lot of the time to just cover themselves as well. You know.
Because problem is like because you can be like, this is like unedible. People would be like, you should have said something, you know?
Exactly. Like, if you're asking for something hot, they don't want to give you something, and then you're like, I can't eat this. Give me a refund, you know? So they want to. But
it was tasty as though. Like,
I
hadn't eaten all day, so I was like, I said to Kim, I was like, a peace and love. I'm probably gonna speak for like 10 minutes because I was just like, I just ate that shit. There was nothing left. I was like. It was just gone. It was like so nice. It was really tasty. So I don't know why I don't go there. Every time I go there, I'm like, why don't I come here more? And then I go there and like 3 months later, I'm like,
it's a lovely
why don't I go there more? And they do beers.
Place,
like, we should go one night and just get pissed.
Well, we've gone with Mitch. You know, we've been there. It's a good time.
Yeah, I've gone once with Mum, once with you and Mitch, then once with just you, and then that was my 4th time I went. And it's really fun though. It's quite expensive, but I think if you just go for a night out and you're happy to spend a bit of cash. Yeah, you're like, exactly. It was a bit expensive, but it was fun and a good night. Then, you know, if you end up ordering cocktails, like it's going to get expensive. But if you say you've had a good night and if you do it once in a blue moon, I got no problem with that.
That's the thing. We go somewhere nice. We treat ourselves. You know, we're getting a bit older. We're getting a bit to that point. You know?
Us not going to the pub, going to a restaurant. It reminded me.
Sophisticates.
It always reminds me of like that scene in Breaking Bad about spoilers, where like in season 5, where like they're having a really rough family moment, and they decide to go to that Mexican restaurant for some reason, and the joke is why they picked like a hell funky Mexican restaurant to go to for this serious chat between family. That they go to that Mexican side. Hey guys, can I get you any starters?
Yeah, that's right. It's funny because I never thought about how comedically like set up that scene is.
Literally,
that is the funniest premise to put a serious family dramatic meeting. They haven't seen each other since serious things changed without
I just watching it if you've never seen it, but
and it's set in a Mexican restaurant. And what is the guy comes up? He's like, I can cut the guacamole at your table. You know,
it's fine.
I can.
He doesn't let it go. It's like,
it's a fun experience.
People
guys, like it,
I do think it's a good. Okay. Look, it's a very serious scene. I think it was a really fun way to make the scene like. It's a very dark final part. Of the season, and I think little bits like you gotta add really help
some levity here and there,
like lighten up the season for like. I think it wasn't like unnecessary. I think it was really funny. But every time I go there, it reminds me of that scene, and I'm like, because it's like a Mexican restaurant, and it's really fun there. Like
that is funny.
I liked it. I liked it a lot. It was really fun.
Yeah, good.
It was really fun. Yeah, we should go. We should we should go sometime.
Yeah, I think I love a bit of spice, and I love trying spice. Yeah, it is always funny because you always do want to have a really good last night, that's what I was going to say, is we made calzones, and I put
the low-cal calzone zone.
Last night this apartment was a low-cal calzone zone. So I made calzones and I put jalapenos in mine, but I was like, let's do this, and I chucked it in, and whoo, that puppy was nice.
You do fuck with a fire on a Sunday night, don't you, Dan?
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, we had a bit of a fire, and it was
pot roast going.
It's nice. I mean, bit of a fire on the balcony. What's nicer? You know what I mean?
Yeah. Dan came over last week and fucking stole my wood.
Yeah, I know. I came over to Conor and I said, can I have some wood? And Conor said yes, and I said, my plan is working.
Look, it's fine.
He agreed to let me steal his wood.
That's fine. It's like what we got like 2 tons, I think. We normally get 4, but it's always like heaps left over. So we use like maybe like 3 to 4 logs a night, like, and then we have a fire maybe 5 hours, 7 days of the week. Like there's one on right now at home. I'm on fire duty, so you did take some good logs, though. But that's okay. I'll let it slide. I'll let you take them. The smaller ones are so much easier to use, but I understand why you need to take smaller ones.
You took some of the prize logs, but that's okay. You know,
I'm not gonna at you, even though I kind of just did. But I won't at you. Don't worry.
I didn't mean to take the dank. I hope that's not
the dang, not the dang, the dank. Oh, the dang, not the dank, Dan.
Take it away, and you're like,
the dang, not the dank, not the dank. I'm just so lazy. Like I haven't chopped any yet. I just been using all the little small offcuts to make, and then put them in the fire pit, and then make some. And every fire started with like that's what I've been using as Kindle. All the ones that have come like little bits that are falling off other bits of wood. But then I know that I'm gonna have to start cutting some wood soon.
I know. The only thing that annoys me
lazy that I don't do it.
When we do it, when we have a fire, we have it with the on the balcony with like a fire pit. But the only thing that annoys me about that is that you really do either need a lot of kindling or you need fire starters because it's on the balcony because it's so windy. No, because yours is like a.
No, I mean, with you, I've started a few of you outside. Yes, it's been a fucking nightmare. I remember that one time you have fire starters, and I was determined to get it started. And I set a light to like 3 or 4 different like carton boxes, like old cartons of beer boxes. And
I basically came to the same conclusion as you. Is that I need to chop a shit ton. Basically, all the firewood you give me, I'm basically going to chop all of it.
Yeah,
and just have it as kindling. And then when it's time
to do really thin pits and then some like medium size
exactly. I'll have some a variety, but I need some.
And then the odd large piece that you can put on.
The thing is, because of the balcony, because it's so windy, you need a lot of kindling to really get it for you
because mine's in like in a
because yours is enclosed. It stays hot for a lot longer. So.
Yeah, it's I couldn't imagine that. The small times in my life when I try to make a fire outside, like a beach or something, it's just been impossible.
I remember when we did. When was
with
that?
Declan.
I was with Declan. Wow.
We had no Kindle though. I was like, I like this.
Hey, we got it going though, didn't it?
For like 4 minutes, maybe.
It got a little bit going.
I was like,
it was for like 5 minutes.
I was like, just light my carton box on fire with a bit of wood under it.
How old were we? We were like, what, 18, 19?
19 or something.
Damn, man. Fires on the beach when you're 19. That's
I always think when we go away to Monterey, we should find a place to like start a fire. But I'm like, it just doesn't sound like it's going to happen.
You have to take a shit ton of kindling.
Remember, we always
go in winter. So
I know, but there's garage stations like that. I wonder if we could find like a beach somewhere and then just like, but it's like we have to walk home. Like I don't think there's no beaches to walk to.
Yeah, I don't think we're close to the coast. So
close to the coast.
Sorry, folks.
Yeah. I don't know if we can. I don't know. I think nearest beach is like a 15-minute drive though, and it's like that's not logistic to walk.
Dib's not it.
Exactly, but no one wants to be the
He's
deso.
He's going to be the deso, yeah.
Like, no one wants to be the deso. I'm going to be the deso. Like, you don't want to start in the woods just in case. No, our drunk asses, it will like get
Maybe we invite another person just to be the deso, like.
What's Declan doing from the...
Yeah, exactly, yeah.
18th to the 21st.
Declan, do you want to come for a pals trip?
I wonder if he'd say yes.
But we know that you don't drink, so we figured you could be the designated driver.
I think he would. I reckon on his little break he would.
I actually wouldn't even be against,
technically Declan's always on the break. He doesn't really work.
That's enough.
Well, he hasn't got a job, so technically he's always on break.
Yeah, you're not
I'm not trying to be mean. That's true. He's like, he hasn't got a job, so...
Yeah, well, he might not be... I don't know if he's willing to share that. I don't know. Does he want people to think he's a upstanding employed man, you know?
I don't know if anyone knows Declan, but good friend of the
show. We know him.
No, I want him to get a job. I want him to be happy. Like, I want him to be healthy and happy.
Well,
you know? It'll happen one day, I'm sure.
I have a job that would be pretty ideal, but I need to go to the toilet. I have a new job, which I want to tell you about. So stay tuned because it's coming up.
What do I talk about?
You talk about this, or did you want to talk about the Mitch situation, or did you want to?
Oh, well, it was, I'm sure.
Are you glad that we skipped it?
No, I'm fine to say it.
All right, well, I'll give it to you.
Next to no one tuned in, so they knew who tuned in were like people that I knew. Like no one from my normal audience tuned in, but I was like, on the 50 Doctor Instagram. I don't know why I decided to do this, but we're at the pub and I was like, oh, let's go live and I'll join you two twats. One of them being Dan and one of them being Mitchell. Someone from Mitch's past joined and he very loudly and clearly, and I know he said it clearly and loudly because I got a message afterwards saying when Mitch said this. Yeah, he said someone from Mitch's past joined and he was like, oh, it's so-and-so. Best leave this live stream now. He was like, I best leave the live stream now. Rookie error. Just yeah. I don't know. Yeah, it's just not used to doing live streams, I guess. I don't know. But yeah. Look, I don't think he/she was offended. I will not say what gender they are, but I don't think they're offended. But you got to be careful. Do you think they were offended? He/she won't say the gender. You think they're offended? I think they were, but
I see.
I don't know.
Way to cover it up.
I didn't give away who he/she was.
I was hoping you wouldn't.
Fuck you.
And
that's the thing. I'm a trained professional.
I'm glad.
I know what I'm doing.
Yes,
he didn't know what he was doing,
That's
which is
right.
fine because you make mistakes.
No, I agree. I mean,
he learned in the worst way.
the
Never
difference.
teach someone how to be a fucking performer live.
You know, it's so
it's
funny
hard.
because I saw the same person join, but I must have seen it before Mitch. And
I saw he/she join.
I had a similar reaction to Mitch, but let me show you how I reacted. I won't say the name, but I saw it and I was like, oh, you've joined. Hi. You know, it was neutral. It wasn't positive. It wasn't negative. You know, I was like,
yeah, I get it.
Because I was trying to, I wanted Mitch to realize that particular.
I know, it's so hard because it was live, so
that
we
he
couldn't
could know.
even,
But that's because because I know all this stuff
Yeah.
because I do filming. Again, people know this, but we filmed the show live in the sense that it's filmed live, so we can't fuck it up. We can't go. We don't like to go back and edit it. Yeah, it's the same way that late night is filmed live. It's filmed live a few hours before it actually goes live.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, it's we're so used to doing that and not censoring ourselves, but just making sure that what we say is ready to be heard by anyone because that's the forum that we're putting it out on.
Yeah.
That's the truth.
I just think that he didn't know that yet, which is fine. I don't know if said person is upset or offended. I'm still friendly with said person, so
same. And
I do not want them to think that just because I felt bad because it was my platform, it got broadcasted out of.
That's fair.
And it had nothing to do with Doctor Who either. So then I had double guilt because I was like, shit, this had nothing to do with Doctor Who.
Now it's sort of unnecessarily brought into.
Which I've got no problem with. I don't care about that, to be honest. It's 50% for a reason. If people want to tune in just to hear me talk shit for half
you know
an hour,
what?
it's
You
fine,
can talk about it on your show and be like, oh, it was for fun. It was a laugh. You know, we could do that on our socials. It could always happen, you know.
But I think I felt bad because it was my platform that it was sent out on.
That's fair.
I know he felt bad about it after Mitch said it, but yeah.
I think that's the trouble where it's like I said, because we're
I should probably
prepared.
End this now.
Because we're able to do
what will happen next? So I was 2 minutes out, I'm like, okay, I should probably end this. I didn't even say it. I just clicked end stream. At that point, you guys couldn't talk any longer, and I was like, bruh. So you'll never. The 50%
fell off sideways. You landed
on the down cement. The fall off. Sorry, the 50% live stream you will never see. It was only our second one.
Do you get a copy of it?
No, it's really weird. So I thought you could just save the video. I thought you could have two options, and they don't. They give you one option, which is just upload it to Instagram TV. Yeah. You don't have the option to save it and then later on upload to Instagram TV. You can only upload it, which is annoying because if you don't want to upload it for people elsewhere, I feel like people who want to stream, they saw it, but I'm like, sometimes I can finish streaming, but I don't really want to share it, but I'd like to keep it for my own personal use.
Of course, so they don't keep it.
What you can do, no, you can only post it to IGTV, and even then you can't
rewatch it. They don't.
You can't even like, what I was going to say is you can't even like save the video. Like you can't even post it to IGTV and then go save video and then delete it from IGTV. Like the only option you've got
is to like screen record the whole
thing. So what I'm
thing.
thinking is from now on, I might just screen record the whole thing. And then if I want to
while you're broadcasting.
And if I want to personally keep it and not upload it to IGTV, then I can. But yeah, it's a bit weird as well because when you upload to IGTV, it doesn't show like the view count the viewers who watched it live. It shows how many people have watched the re-upload, but it doesn't show how many people have watched it live, and it doesn't show the comments coming in.
Yeah, okay.
So it kind of looks like you're kind of just talking to yourself. Like,
why
am I doing this? Oh, because like. It's kind of funny.
That's weird then, yeah.
Kind of funny, but
but that would be weird for someone to just click on and watch. Like, why would they want to do that?
It's got like my IGTV, like it's got like 75 views. Like it's nice that people are actually watching it. Like,
well, that's one of the things
like,
I thought about with the live. If we took this show live, is obviously I want to take it live, but at the same time. I don't
bring Mitchell on for that one.
Oh God. Maybe not. But I don't want to. If you're doing a show live, you don't want it to be the half of it is you reading comments or like searching for comments to read. You know what I mean? Like, if we're gonna broadcast a show live, I want to do it the same way that we film it live. You know what I mean? I don't want to. We can check comments, but. We would have to be smart about not letting it distract the show. We've got a schedule for a reason. Like that's not a lineup,
Yeah, it sounds really cool. Yeah, I do plan to do more in the future, but more planned ones where I'm actually sat down at home and
not
at the pub.
Yeah, not with someone.
Probably not the best. And you know what?
Someone not media trained.
Aiden hasn't even messaged me back. I don't even know if it happened. And it wasn't long. It was like 5 minutes. And apart from that, it was fine. Like nothing. And even that.
Yeah, it'll be no.
I'm sure said person isn't hitting the roof right now, but I personally think it was uncalled for. I personally wouldn't have said it, but I'm also that person who does sometimes say first and think second. And I've been
I think Mitch was in
I ain't
mindset.
trying to be.
I think Mitch was acting as he. I'm not saying it's okay that he said that or was anything like that, but. Just saying, I think he was in the mindset of acting like, I'm around my friends.
Yeah.
I'm saying something that I would say in front of my friends because I trust them and, I know they know.
Forgetting that we're live streaming.
Yeah, and I don't think he maybe was thinking about how other people would interpret him saying that. So that's,
Yeah, so that being said, I think it wasn't me who said something. I always thought maybe I'd be the first person to say something on that stream. But
it's a refreshing development that you weren't the one who.
Fuck you! Why it's always me? What about you?
Or me? Yeah, it could be me as well. I'm just saying it's a refreshing.
You're better than me than not saying stuff live. I get that. Like I've definitely said more. Like
it's refreshing that neither of us got caught with our foot in our mouths. Let's put it that way. So.
And I was worried because we were pretty sourced.
Yes, we were.
Yeah, so I think that was definitely a bit of a recipe for disaster, full stop. So the fact you guys even agreed to go live,
as it always is, but because we're so used to filming,
there'll be a few in Margaret, don't worry.
Yeah,
we can even do a 4 laugh one in Margaret.
Some blunders. Yeah, there'll be a 4 laugh. What is it, Margaret River 3?
Yeah, it could be like we just filmed. It was lit. Hi guys.
Mitch will be on that too. So
we better get Mitch.
Careful, guys. Careful with
that. Like Mitch will be like, you guys live stream? Be like, nah, just FaceTime Mum.
Well, we were, but I mean,
just got on your knee, like, no,
it's over now. So it's.
Who's that then?
Oh, I was just taking a photo of.
It's just live stream. don't get nah. He can come on. Just next time be a little bit more cautious.
Well said. I have a development. For folks at home, for anyone interested.
A development, baby!
I have a new job. Hey! Yeah! Hit me with the applause. Woo! That's where I was heading. You know how to please me. I have a new job. Now, I am still going to be doing my old job. This is not a new day job. This is like a new gig on the side, a part-time sort of...
Bit of a nightly gig, you could probably say.
It is a nightly gig, exactly. And basically, to give you the skinny, to give you the 401...
This is how I went.
It's a weekly in at the moment, what I have concretely is a fortnightly musical bingo. Now, the only reason I'm hesitating is I'm just making sure that I don't want to, reveal too much or say anything that is not mine to say. But basically, I will be hosting a musical bingo every fortnightly at a pub that is close to my house, which is fantastic. But the company that I'm working for does quizzes. It does pub quizzes. It does formal events. It does fundraisers. And I will be employed as an MC for them and, occasionally doing events for them. So I'm going to be doing something fortnightly on Wednesdays, which means we have to change the day of shooting this show. And I'm going to try and start a Friday weekly gig, which will be very interesting because I'm used to my Friday nights. Now, if I do a Friday night gig, I will still be free and to do whatever I want by 9 o'clock. So I can still get my partying in on Friday nights, but it will definitely be different to how it is now. I am very excited for this job, partly because they gave me a microphone and a speaker, which is awesome, and I've played that in a few videos on Instagram, and I've sort of previewed that, and maybe one day we'll incorporate it into the show somehow so you guys can see. But they've given me a microphone and a speaker, which are such cool equipment. It's a really great setup. You get to a venue, a pub, or wherever you're going, you set up, and honestly, you're getting yourself going pretty quickly. It's very easy to set up. One of the great things about doing this podcast every week is I'm already used to having to plug different things in and making sure what goes where. So when it comes to this setup that they've given me, I know my way around it. I'm fully aware of how to get the laptop to connect with the Bluetooth and everything. It's all shit that I'm used to. So that is a really great thing going into it. And I'm excited. I think the best thing for it, the best thing that it could do is I'm hoping it will reignite my love for live performing and my love for stand-up. I know that when I did Heather's, I was really happy with the ability to get in front of a crowd. And I think being able to have a crowd every week that's there for me. And, when that becomes my regular gig, people kind of come for you as well. You know what I mean? So I will be doing a weekly gig, hopefully that's in sort of like wine country. I won't
wine
specify,
country. Yeah.
But, if that's a weekly Friday night thing, people will hope, I'll get a name for myself. That's a really great thing to have in the Perth area. And I think it'll be a lot of fun, first of all, but I also think it'll be a great practice for me as a performer, as someone who loves doing live. I love doing this show. I love talking to people, and I love getting that performing sort of, jitterbugs out of me.
Yeah.
And I think having that as a quiz, it's very interactive. I can work in some stand-up, and my hope is that it reignites, like I said, my passion for stand-up, and I want to get back into it. So it's good news all around. And the best thing about it is that it's paid. Obviously, when you do open mics, it's not paid. You're just going there to get your name out.
Give a bit of a name, yeah.
If I'm doing this quiz, I'm getting paid it might only be $100 or $150, whatever the gig is. But hey, man, that's that's decent.
Performance is always great, man, and I think it's great. As long as you're happy about it and it helps you, then I've got nothing but support to give you. As long as you're happy and I'm sure it's scary for you to want to do Fridays, but I think that's if you want to do that, then
look, honestly, it's a big question. And
that would be scary, but whatever.
Look, I have said previously I wouldn't work weekends, but the way I look at this Friday thing is if I did want to be a stand-up, or if I wanted to do performing, or even if I wanted to be a successful host on any network or anything, you're gonna have to do Friday night shows and events.
Course,
that's when people come out. If you're gonna be a performer, Friday nights is when you're gonna have to work rather than relax. Yeah. So I thought, you know what? Doing that will be a good thing to get in the habit of.
Right,
and I can still come out afterwards. It's not going to be obliterating my Friday nights. But it will definitely be interesting. It'll be an interesting challenge for me that
you can always try it and see how you feel.
I'm sure if I really don't like it, I can say to them, look, guys, it's not working for me. I just can't do this.
Well, it's you always try it and see how it goes from there.
And I can even say to them, look, I'll do it until you find someone to replace me. But anyway, I am excited for it. I think it's going to be a great thing to do. I love performing. Obviously, one of the hardest things is when you're doing it unpaid, because you're doing it in your spare time. You have to make the time for it. Then you're like, am I ready to make that commitment? The good thing about this is that I'm getting paid. So I'm going there, I'm doing it, and you know what? They give me some kickback. So that'll put me in a much better mindset, I think, going into it, and I think it'll really inspire me to do more of it. One thing that could be hopeful, and Kath mentioned this to me this week, is if I become someone who can MC like as a profession, I can already like video weddings. I can, hopefully we'll be able to MC them. And if you have, your DJ skills, I could go to any, this. There could be a business going on.
That could be pretty cool.
Of like, I could say, hey, do you want an MC and a DJ? Do you want a DJ and do you want someone to film the wedding? Yeah. Like, what's going on? And we can all partner that and get some business going, man.
I like that, man. That's pretty cool, actually.
Getting some artistic.
Honestly, if you ever need, if they ever mention they need any help with like some music stuff for these things, like, you know my number, where I'm at.
Of course,
like, yeah,
exactly.
I think it'd be really cool.
Well, one thing that's nice is the more you host quizzes at these gigs, the more you get to know the venue. And if I see like, okay, this venue's got a musical thing coming up, or
that'd be sick.
If I notice, every week they have a new, whatever DJ, I say, my mate's looking at
dabbles with it.
He dabbles.
He dabbles here and there.
He drops the needle.
I do the old needle drop here and there.
Why not?
Here and there, he does drop the needle. Yeah, I'd love to get back into it. I took a bit of a break, but yeah, I'd love to. That's great. Yeah,
I would love to see you do it. I really would.
Thank you, man. Cheers. Thank you. Yeah. That sounds great.
When's our performance?
Kid Quill Day, July 31st.
That's what I thought. So on July 31st,
Amplitude's
the Amplitude's debut.
Yeah, the Amplitude's debut. Well, look, and that's part of what we're going to start filming tonight. I don't know if it's main plot or B plot. I would maybe a bit of a B plot, but it's kind of how the whole thing wraps up. But part of what I want to record for my first episode for this TV show is us going. A part of it's going to be us going to that party and performing our first show together, and actually teaching Daniel how to actually play music and how to mix. Not that I'm an expert at it, but I know my way around a deck, and I'm gonna try and show Daniel how to do it. And
it'll be us figuring it out together. That'll be fun, I think.
Yeah, and like, you know what? I might try and get like a business card printed out, and I might just leave it hanging on the side of the table at the party where we're performing.
Just in case you're interested.
In case you're interested. I still don't know if I should charge this man or not. It's so hard to say.
What's been the correspondence? Has he said that he's expecting you to charge, or what's the vibe?
Here's the thing. I used to like ask around a lot. And I haven't done any of that this year. I haven't asked around or done anything like that.
Don't worry, man. I've been the same with stand-up.
Yeah,
so
I haven't asked as much as
I think I also may I say I also hope that me doing this quiz stuff and this live stuff, hopefully the more I do it, the more I rave about it, it can inspire you as well to be like, I love, I know how much you enjoy live performing.
Oh, yeah,
how much you get gratification from that as much as I do.
Yeah.
Get on more of it. We both need to be doing more of it. That's the point of this show,
Yeah, no, I agree. Yeah. So, yeah, it's a bit of a grey area. I don't know. I might let it slide. I'm not a dick. I'm happy that I got the opportunity to, and I hear that's kind of like a cruiser. That's also a bit of a shitty way to like conduct business, where it's like you do play the nice guy, but I'm also like, look, I haven't asked around, so the fact that he even remembered I did it was sweet enough. So
it's an incredibly hard line to walk when you're an artist, because you don't want to get taken advantage of.
Yeah,
but
He's so kind though.
You've also got to prove yourself, so you understand them not wanting to pay a shit ton.
The only thing I can think of is like it's like he's quite far away, so the Uber will cost us quite a lot of money. Well, not quite a lot. It'd be like it's near the city, so like.
Well, why don't you just say that? Why don't you just say, well, can you just transfer us the cost of the Uber? You know, like that's a fair.
I think that is fair. I think that's fair.
I'd say that's fair. I mean, obviously, don't give him an exact figure, but
and just be like, whatever's in your fridge, beer wise. Yeah. We get in there like.
So our
did you purposely not stuck up? Like, are you serious, bro? He did, didn't he?
Our terms and conditions is pay for our Uber, and when it's time for us to leave, we can take anything from the fridge that we like.
We just like get like a fucking ham and like OJ office in the morning.
This is for Darius. Okay, sorry, Darius. I'm taking your lunch tomorrow. Yeah.
It's not
anymore.
Yeah. I love to. I just love playing. Like I just like playing.
Exactly. And that's the biggest reason why I'm putting myself out there, because I know that I like it. I know that I enjoy it. I know that I'll enjoy doing it. And sometimes you enjoy something, but you may be so routine enough or whatever that you don't feel inspired to pursue it as much as you once did. But it's really worth reminding yourself that you liked it for a reason, and you got a lot out of it when you got to do it in front of a crowd and when you got to put it out there and see how people thought of it. And why are you not doing that now? You know what I mean? Like, go out and do it again. And I'm saying this to both of us. This is not just me saying to you. Like, that's how I've been feeling about my performing in my stand-up. That's why I've going to try and make myself do this quiz stuff more than, I would ordinarily, because I'm like, I like it. I need it.
Well, look, this is probably the best time to bring this up. And look, I'll probably use this clip in whatever, maybe in the behind the scenes or in the actual episode. But
go ahead.
Okay, so tell me how you think this will go.
Okay.
All right, I got this crazy idea.
Sure.
We're going to Mike Riddler, which for who those guys who don't know,
place.
It's like 3 hours away from where we live in Perth. It's like the getaway place, like in the countryside. It's like the alternative of a countryside.
It's our wine country.
Yeah, it's our wine country.
It's beautiful.
So, okay. So what do you think of this idea?
Oh boy, lay it on me.
Have you ever busked before?
You talking some Never Say Never Justin Bieber documentary shit?
Hey man,
busking for some...
Would you be opposed to? I mean, because I'm getting this speaker which you can charge, and for like 6 hours.
Yeah, you take it out.
Not saying I'm going to stay for 6 hours.
It's like the one I have, but it's battery charged. Yeah.
Yeah. So you can charge it, and you can take it out wirelessly, and then like all I've got is my laptop, my deck, and it plugs into a speaker. But normally I couldn't go anywhere without a plug socket because my speaker plugs into a plug socket.
Exactly. You need a battery power.
We can take this out onto the road.
Fantastic.
So what do you think about you and I busking in like Margaret River town and just setting
out some tunes,
just playing some tunes?
What do we have, like just a hat, or what do we have?
I don't know.
Do we have one of these?
That's the glory thing of it. That's the glory. It's the gloriness of it. Don't you think that sounds absolutely fucking ridiculous?
Do we buy one of those like square things where it's like, the FPOS?
Well, like a... it's like some kid goes first, man. That's not worth it here. Go away.
Hey, that's...
Like, cheap little
We have no use for cash here.
Yeah, I pause, so I'm like, all right, stop.
All right, this is...
Get your mum's card.
Gone.
Apple
Pay it.
We're like,
Face
$5
ID now.
Is that it?
Wait, hold on.
I don't know. I think because we'll have to bring the gear down in a suitcase. I'm thinking maybe just put the suitcase, like flip it, and then put the suitcase.
You ever been to a concert, lady? How much did you pay there? Huh?
Look.
Huh?
I don't even know. I don't know the logistics of how to film it. I just think it sounds fucking just.
Well, we got the GoPro. We got some cameras. We can set shit up.
Would you actually be down for that?
100%.
Well, you're my amplitude.
Yeah, why not? Why not, man?
We're not the amplitude. We're the amplitudes.
No,
bro.
let's fucking do it, man.
If you could actually, that's literally a part of the show. I want to be like, and actually for once see if people walking past will actually show up.
The amplitudes. Wow. Okay.
And I don't know. Here's the thing. because I'm like racking my brain about this. Like, I don't know if like there's part of me it's like I should actually record sets and like after the seasons come out, be like in the actual TV show only release a part of that set, and then when the TV shows come out, I can release the full set of it. So we can prepare a full hour.
Exactly.
But then comes the copyright claims of music and stuff, so you have to figure out that kind of thing. But whatever we're going to put in the show, like we'll have to do like copyright claims and work ourselves around that. But you know, we could try and record it. And I just thought, how is it illegal to do that? Can you actually set up? I thought it'd be quite funny. I think it'd be quite funny if like the police came or some like ranger came and like had to take us away. And
that's how we find out. That's how are we supposed to find out if it's illegal if we don't try it?
I think we should like try and stay for like a bit of time and just like prepare a set and just play it.
Absolutely. I think that's I love that idea.
I think the footage would be awesome, and also the whole experience would be fucking sick. Like, why not? Like, let's just do it. Like, let's just do it.
It'd be unforgettable. And
then I have the final scene plan will be again you and I, but it'll be in another location. That's my final shot I want to do for the final episode. But yeah, I want to do that for while we're there. So I don't know what day we're going to do that. I don't know logistically how we're going to do it or film it. We'll have to like location scout, and then Mitch will have to be behind the scenes, which hopefully he can do. Mitch picks up the mic and says to hey guys, says the name of the person he says on a live stream. Honestly, I just think, what if we did that? Like, I just don't understand. Like, I can't in my head think how fucking crazy that would be. I'd just be like, why not? Like,
that is so funny. I just realized that, you know, the person Mitch was talking about, both of their names are gender neutral, so literally even if we said the name of the person,
I was going to say that. I was like, you know, it's funny. I was like, before I even thought of that, I was like, in my head, I was like, what could be a unisex name? Like I said, I was like, he or she. I'm like, what's a unisex name? And the first one that came to my head was the name, and I was like, I can't say that.
I just did that, and the first name that came up was that person's first name, and the second name was their last name. And I was like, shit, well, I can't use either of these names because it's the fucking person's name.
Oh, shit.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
That's hilarious.
Speaking of that show, we're going to film the first.
Yeah, it's coming up, Margaret River. Margaret River will be a big event, a big turning point, a good time. Look at this.
This is what I've done so far.
Connor's got the papers, folks.
This is a story. This is my storyboard for what we're going to film next.
Oh God, is it as bad as Ryan Johnson? Yeah, that's Ryan Johnson Knives Out quality.
I reckon it's better than Ryan Johnson's, and that's not saying much. But yeah, I think it's not great, but only you and I have to read it, so that's the way I look at it.
That's good.
But yeah, now I'm excited. So yeah, that's why I'm spending like $550, I think, on a portable speaker, so I can do that kind of shit. And also it'll come in handy if I want to start doing some live shit. Then what is that actually legit? How you drew it?
Yeah, the reason this was
is that how you actually drew it?
That was Ryan Johnson's Knives Out storyboard.
To be fair,
so you've pretty much got Ryan Johnson level storyboarding capabilities, my friend. So
thank you.
Be proud of that.
Thank you. Yeah, I know I'm not great at it, but you know what's kind of scary continuity-wise? I need to get a haircut for Archie's party, which I think is on the 25th or something. I think it's like next weekend. But then I'm like, if I start shooting this episode now, and I like my hair starts to like,
I thought that as well because I wanted to get a haircut.
Next week or is it this?
No. It's 2 weeks away, I think. But I wanted to get a haircut before we filmed the show tonight, but I couldn't have time. I had stuff to do before in the afternoon. But I thought because of the fact that you're filming tonight, I was like, shit, am I going to have to get a haircut? Am I going to have to postpone my haircut for the show? Like, I don't know. You tell me.
Nah. Look, honestly,
I'm going to work it into the show. You can be like, Dan, after his terrible new haircut. Yeah. Nah. Dan had a mental breakdown and got a haircut.
The thing is, though, all the scenes I need to get done shot tonight, we don't have to come back. And if I need to do reshoots, it'll just be like ADR through audio.
Yeah.
So it will sound like I'm still kind of sat here, but technically I'm not.
Yeah.
So the things I need to get done tonight will be done tonight. So we don't have to come back and wear the same clothes and
do
have
anything.
the same haircut.
Yeah, sure.
Well, fucking touch wood.
Do you want the scene with my
Hey man, you can pick.
bun,
Hey,
my man
you can
bun
pick.
or my
you
natural?
What I want from this show is for the person who I'm interviewing to represent themselves in the way they want to represent themselves. Like,
Yeah,
you know,
sure.
you can do whatever you want. You can say whatever you want. Like, do it. Like,
Maybe I'll hear where you want this in the narrative, and maybe I'll see.
well, the scene we're shooting tonight is going to be my opening scene, my ending scene, and we're going to do the interview scene with you, and then the interview scenes, the same questions will pretty much be asked of me as well. So,
Yeah, okay.
yeah, and then I got to do interview scenes of like Mitch and Aiden. I want to get my dad to do it, but I don't know if my dad will agree. I want to get Archie in it as well. I'm still trying to get people to agree to do it. So
Yeah, okay.
it's kind of hard, but
It's a work in progress, but
yeah.
I respect that.
Yeah, and then every new episode when I go and do like an interview scene, for us particular, I want everyone else's interview scenes can be in different places, but I want ours to be the same place.
Yeah, I
Which is
like
kinda
that.
cute.
That makes sense.
One I want to do on the beach, one I want to do in like a oval. Like I've got a lot of plans. Like
Yeah,
one, the
nice.
Mark Red one
I
can
like
be in like
that.
a fucking field, which I thought would be hilarious. So yeah, lots of plans, lots of ideas. Obviously, I can show you the notes afterwards. I've been holding back on them because I'm a bit embarrassed, but
No, I love it.
you can get your red marker out. Here it is.
We're gonna do it. We're
What
gonna
about here?
figure it
There you
out.
go.
Yeah, exactly. I got my red review marker.
I put the first page. You're like,
I'm just N-O.
yeah. Like, get ready to fucking look, man. I'm open to everything.
Striking
like,
everything you've written.
I'm open to everything. So I want to
It
hear.
all
it
has
all,
to be
so.
struck up. Nothing can be used. No, that's great, man.
Yeah.
I love it.
Thank you.
Well, I believe that's everything we have for this show.
Before you go, can you check out the one video I put in the thing?
Oh yeah, this one or this
is
one?
absolutely insane.
This one?
Yeah. I saw this on Twitter today, and I was like,
I
what
did see this
the
as well.
fuck
This
is that?
This is literally insane. So
At first, I thought, is this fake?
we're
Like
gonna
when I
finish
saw the first frame.
by reviewing
Oh,
a video.
I was like, nah, it's not fake.
Did you see where this was? Because I wasn't sure where this was.
Nah, it looks like some
I
Asian
saw.
countries.
Yeah, I saw somewhere that this was India, but I don't know if I'm.
Okay.
I don't know if it is India or not. It could be anywhere in the world, but it seems to me that it's quicksand, I guess. But I don't know if
I don't know.
I don't know if this is tarmac or anyway. We can watch the
think the
video
ground
and
just broke or something.
we'll find out.
It's literally devouring the car.
It's the car is just being eaten by the ground.
Dude, it's insane.
But that's weird too, because how is there such a
I don't know.
specific
just
carve out for
goes.
the car? Like that's
It
what's
just
so
go- it
confusing.
bubbles and it
and
goes
like,
flying
is there a person in there? Like,
I hope not.
you know, is that an
And
empty
then
car?
the wall is just flat again, like nothing happened.
Yeah, it's crazy. And that's the other thing. I saw this and I thought to myself, what if you walked past that puddle now?
Nah.
You would have no idea there's a fucking car.
fam.
You wouldn't know there's an entire car
I'm just
in that
standing
puddle.
standing in the puddle and falling down that shit.
Yeah, and then feeling a car under you. Like, what the hell?
It's insane. Like, I wonder how the start of this video went.
But you know what confuses me is you see it's got red lights. So I'm like, why? Those look like brake lights.
True.
So I'm like, why would those be on?
I
But
know sometimes when the light hits it correctly.
yeah, it doesn't necessarily mean that there's someone in there. But I'm just saying that's
Do you
crazy,
reckon it's real? It must be real.
dude. From there, what? 10 seconds later, you can't even tell.
I know, it's fucked.
can't even tell that it's in
horrible part
there.
about it. That's so crazy.
You would have no idea that there's an entire
It's like
car in
Under
there.
Earth.
That's insane. Like,
And the car next to it's like completely like fine.
well, that's the
Like,
other thing. I mean, this other
This
car,
car
this,
is like
this could be
not
next.
even. Yeah.
I mean, this car, you know,
Next.
if this is like mud, this bit could collapse, and this car's done for, man. Like,
Oh shit.
shit,
Here we go again.
shit. Though, I mean, that's
Yeah.
well, that was a crazy, one. I mean, I was just blown away by that. I mean, you have cars undercut. That's the other thing, like, you know,
Class 4 looks a little dark.
these cars, these cars here, this one and this one, you know, they got covers on. They don't need to worry about what's above. You know what I'm
Bro,
saying?
don't-
They need to
what
worry
about
about
below?
what's underneath, man. Like,
No car's gonna help you when that shit happens. Does that really happen under like
Cover ain't gonna do
under
shit.
asphalt?
Man.
Does that really happen? Like a massive fucking.
It looks like mud, and it must be mud. I mean, that can't be fucking asphalt. That's just
like
collapsed.
water underneath. It's so weird though. That's so odd.
It is so bizarre. Hey, yeah, and the fact that it's full of water too. Like it must be some sort of.
It's odd.
Yeah, some sort of tropical climate country where there's a lot of rain as well. Like, good lord.
That is odd, isn't it?
Aren't we lucky to not have lost our cars in a sinkhole like that?
Not yet.
No, not yet. Give it time.
I've been hearing a lot about sinkholes though, so it must be becoming a bit more apparent.
A bit more popular.
Yeah.
TikTok in it.
Hey, YouTuber.
All right, folks.
All right, cheers.
Thanks
guys.
for watching this week.
Thanks so
We love and appreciate you, and all the best. Stay safe till next time.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's Rewind Sam.
All right, folks.
You gonna chink me? Yeah, the beers. Honestly, this is fucking sick, these glasses.
I love them.
Cheers, guys. Thank you.